Melvin Ajinca, NBA Draft Scouting Report. This is the 56th rated player on our big board. Cart, you and I were the lowest on Melvin. We both had him 73rd. We did not put him in our draftable list. Riley Davis had him 34th. Riley Davis has been crunching overseas film on a lot of these guys. And apparently Riley saw something in Melvin. I actually did hit up Riley before doing this video of like, what am I missing on this one? Make sure you talk me through it. And I will say, I've come around a little bit on Melvin based on what Riley Davis has shown me on this player, or at least talked to me about with this player. Melvin Ajinca is a French professional basketball player. He played for St. Quentin basketball, and he's a 6'8", 214-pound forward. Good shooter, good movement. Let's just get to our categories here. What is one word to describe Melvin Ajinca?
So I went kind of back and forth on this because I didn't want to use like how bland is used as like a very negative term for just things, players, food, perhaps.
Yep.
I put on my list bland with a little positive plus sign at the top because it's not bland in a bad way. I just think that he's not overly great at anything. And sometimes you just, when I watched him, I was just like, he just seems like a solid guy out there, just kind of bland. He's out there, but you put him out there because he has, the physical profile, left-handed wing. He was streaky at times, but like the handle's there. He's just solid, bland in my eyes. So I use bland with a little positive emoji above it as my one word to describe him.
Okay. I said built. To me, he's he's a
Built.
he's a big body. He's built, right? You watch him, he's like a prototypical 3-and-D, but he kind of looks like a football player, which is like, I think good. I think. Um, I don't know. I'm kind of I believe in the idea of what Melvin's supposed to be. And what I like about him compared to a lot of the other overseas prospects that are going to be drafted in this class, he has production that backs up a lot of the hope with him. Like he on over 200 attempts shot over 40% from three. So like I buy because we've seen him do it. It's not projection. It's like this dude is a 40% shooter at a professional level that is big and strong and can guard a little bit. And his foot speed's good for how big he is. So yeah, went built. Is he more likely to hit his ceiling or his floor in the NBA?
Flory's French.
That's just the default for all French players.
No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. As a Detroit Pistons fan, I am just very, 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 very hurt by the country of France and their basketball federation. No, I just say more so floor for him. I just think he strikes me as a floor player, even if he is some maybe even like a role player in the NBA. I think it's him being his floor, not his ceiling.
Okay. He is the cousin of former NBA big man Alexis Ajinca, by the
I
way.
remember
So
him, Lakers legend.
yeah, has some NBA history in the bloodline. I said ceiling, which
Huh?
is probably crazy. This is the first overseas player I'm picking ceiling for. Look, I don't think he has a very high ceiling, but I think he's likely to become a rotation player based on the film that I saw. Um, I think he's gonna have a very simplified role too. It's like whoever's drafting him expects him to make shots and guard a little bit, guard wings, and he can do that. And it's not going to be overwhelming. It's not going to ask him too much. So I said ceiling. I do think he'll stick around for a little bit. What team would be a good fit for Melvin?
Hmm. Um. So I was thinking more so teams in the second round that need just kind of role players or maybe have a lot of talent. Um, I went with the Suns just because I think that if he can be a guy that can defend and if he can show that he can knock down shots like he should, like you said, the 40% three-point shooting clip is there. If he can do that while being a big like wing defender, I think that would help full of a team where guys want to just, a lot of guys that want to have the ball in their hands, right?
I went with the Lakers. Similar thing. Like I think he would just plug in between the superstars. He's a guy LeBron would probably like as long as he makes shots. And yeah, I put him in LA. Put him in Hollywood. What's the best season of his career look like statistically?
I had 8-1-1.
I had 13 points, 4 rebounds, 40% from three.
So you're a Jinka truther.
I think this guy's going to work out as a role player. I think Riley Davis was right. Like, if a good team, good situation drafts him in the second round, I can see it. In 5 years, where will he be? The options are starter, bench, G League, overseas, or podcaster.
I had him as overseas.
I have him off the bench in 5 years. I think he'll stick. Most likely to Melvin Ajinca is the most likely player in this draft class to what?
Be the best French prospect.
Oh, come on. Come on.
No,
Come
I'm
on.
kidding. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not. I I had a Jinka most likely to never play in a game in the NBA. Actually,
Oh, that's sad.
not for the fact that he's not good. I just think that he doesn't want to play in the NBA. Like,
He's staying in the draft. Okay.
I was surprised by that decision, to be honest with you.
Okay. I said Melvin Ajinca is most likely to have a Robert Ory career arc where he just
Mm.
like jumps around championship contenders and you look up one day and he has 6 rings and you don't know how it happened.
Robert Oryajinka.
I think the dude can make shots and contenders like guys who make shots. We'll see if
Yes.
I'm right or if I'm wrong. Blame Riley Davis either way. The NBA draft is coming up, and I've got something awesome for you. We are partnering with the people at NBA 2K Lab. NBA 2K is the best video game on earth. The people at 2K Lab are making some awesome stuff to make that game even more fun, and they just launched their 2024 NBA Draft Simulator, where you can find the official Sleepers Media big board. We ranked our top 75 players in this draft class. Me, Carter, Brian Ralph, Riley Davis. We did it together, and it is featured on the 2K Lab NBA Draft Simulator. You can take control of any team in the draft, play GM with just one click, and see our entire rankings before these videos even come out. Check out the link in the description of this video to try out the draft sim for yourself, and you can find more mini games at nba2klab.com/nba-mini-games.